In this tutorial, we will go through the addition of three-digit numbers. We will do this using the vertical format, which is also known as long addition if we are adding numbers. If we are subtracting numbers, it is known as long subtraction. So let's start with a simple example. What is 426 plus 342? The easiest way to calculate this is using the vertical format. So let's write these numbers down in the vertical format. 426 plus 342. And let's put a nice big equal sign at the bottom. We can label these columns with units on the right hand side. Remember, the one next to it is the tens column, and the one next to that is the hundreds column. Now remember, in the vertical format we simply add the numbers column by column. Let's begin by adding, as we always do, the column on the right hand side, the units column. What is 6 plus 2? That's right, it is 8. Now we add the tens column. What is 2 plus 4? That's right, it is 6. And finally we add the hundreds column. What is 4 plus 3? That's right, it is 7. And we have our answer. 426 plus 342 is 768. Nice and easy. Now what if one of the columns adds to 10 or more? Let's work through another example. What is 347 plus 248? Again, let's write this down in the vertical format. So 347 plus 248. We can label the columns. We don't have to, but let's label them anyway. Okay? Units, tens, and hundreds. Starting, as we always do, on the right hand side, the units column. What is 7 plus 8? 7 plus 8. That's right, it is 15. How do we write this down? We put the 1 here, and we put the 5 here. 15. And don't forget, the 1 becomes part of the tens column. Having added the units, we now add the tens. 4 plus 4 plus 1. Well, 4 plus 4 is 8, plus the 1 is 9. Finally, we add the hundreds column. 3 plus 2. That's nice and easy. It's 5. And we have our answer. So 347 plus 248 is 595. Let's work through another example where more than one column adds to 10 or more. So what is 476 plus 287? Again, because the last two digits of this number and that number are quite large, it looks like a difficult calculation. But when we write this down in the vertical format, you'll see how simple it is. 476 plus 287. Let's put a nice big equal sign here. So again, we start on the right hand side. What is 6 plus 7? That's right, it's 13. Put 1 here and 3 here. The 1 becomes part of the tens column. Now we add the tens. So what is 7 plus 8 plus the 1? 7 plus 8 is 15, plus the 1 is 16. We put the 1 here and the 6 here. This one is now part of the hundreds column. Finally, we add the hundreds. What is 4 plus 2 plus 1? Well, 4 plus 2 is 6, plus the 1 is 7. And we have our answer. So 476 plus 287 is 763. That wasn't very difficult, was it? The key to doing any of these additions of 2 digits or more is always to make sure that you write them down in the vertical format in the correct way. Make sure that the columns have nice, neat written numbers. That way you can add the numbers and the teacher can answer the questions with you. Number 4. We'll now look at a bit more tricky one. 738 plus 476. Again, let's write this down in the vertical format. 738 plus 476. Okay. Let's label the columns. Units, tens, hundreds. There is a reason why I've done that. We'll come to that in a moment. So let's add the column on the right hand side first. What is 8 plus 6? That's right, it is 14. The 1 becomes part of the tens column. Now we add the tens. What is 3 plus 7 plus 1? That's right, it's 11. We put 1 here and 1 here. This one has now become part of the hundreds column. We now add the hundreds column. 7 plus 4 plus 1. 7 plus 4 is 11, plus the 1 is 12. Now we put the 1 here. This 1 has now become part of the... Which column comes over here? We've got the units, tens, the hundreds. So the next column is the thousands. And we put a TH here, the thousands column. Because there is nothing here and nothing here, we just add this 1. And that's our answer. So 738 plus 476 is 1,214. I always like to put a comma here to separate the thousands from the hundreds. It makes it easier to read. In fact, you can even put a comma over here. And that's it. The addition of 3-digit numbers. Always remember to write the horizontal format into the vertical format to make sure you get them in nice, neat columns. And then add them column by column by column. It's as simple as that.